Hello everybody, welcome to the John Show. My name is John, this is my show, and we are back with Morrowind, a strategy guide. Click the link, see what we did last time, but not to toot my own horn or nothing, but beep beep, I killed a god. Now that Vivek is out of the way, and I have his unique Dwemer artifact, we need to figure out what this thing is. Spoiler alert, this is Wraithguard, one of daJNX's tools. I need it to hold the other tools, or they'll kill me. But it's listed as a miscellaneous item. That's because I don't know what it is yet. And how do I find out what it is, you may ask? Remember when I said we'd be coming back to the Corpusarium? We're going back to the Corpusarium. Down here we meet Yagrum Bagarn, the last living Dwemer. Maybe. He wasn't on Nirn when the Dwemer disappeared, hence why he's here and not here. He's also a bit of a scientist himself, and he thinks he can get this Dwemer artifact up and running. Also, remember when I stole Vivek's homework? Yeah, well, I can use that homework to convince Yagrum to fix Wraithguard for me. But, as is tradition, I gotta scratch his back first. He needs daJNX's journal and plan book. Essentially, he needs to cheat off of daJNX's notes, but they're locked away inside Dwemer ruins deep in Red Mountain territory, current home of the Corpus disease, blight storms, and Dagoth himself. I've left this next part out of the run till now because there's two more items we need out of Red Mountain: Sunder and Keening. The endgame, if you didn't know, is us temporarily defeating Dagoth long enough to get into the chamber of Akulakon, the artificial god Dagoth was constructing under Red Mountain. We get to the heart, hit it with Sunder one time, then switch to Keening and hit it, I think, 7 times. And this destroys the heart, severs Dagoth connection to the heart of Lorkhan, and also severs the Tribunal's connection too. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Show, not tell. I did not do this the most efficient way, and a huge shout out to the UESP, Unofficial Elder Scrolls pages, whose maps I used to find these fucking places. Because I haven't done this in probably 15 years at least, I was really done hunting and pecking after about 30 minutes. To be honest, I did a lot of circling about, and that was in an attempt to purchase a certain spell I thought I would need later, but it turns out I was wrong. I'll show you when we get there. The ghost fence is supposed to keep the Corpus and the blight in. Clearly, a highly secure structure. So I fly over the ghost fence. My first stop is Odrosel, Dwemer Training Academy. This is where Keening is. This sexy bow-legged fuck toy is Dagoth Odros. Now, when I said that Yagrum was maybe the last living dwarf, that's because these Dagoths are supposed to be Dunmer Ash vampires. But this is how they depict the Dwemer ghosts. Only, the ghosts are less sexy. Anywho, kill him and his flaming lover, take his key, Keening is locked away in the tower. Easy. Next up is Turi Nulal, daJNX's library. Fighting our way through here, we eventually meet Dagoth Turinol and his Ash slave. Ash! Kill them and loot this key. daJNX's plan book is in this desk. We're halfway there. Now we head to Veminal, a Dwemer fortress. This one's a bit bigger, but not much harder. Not at this point. That's Dagoth Venom. I nuked him. He had Sunder on him, so I just removed that off his dead body. Oh, and he had a friend, Beldo the Undying. Right. You're a skeleton, my guy. Lastly, we hit Endusel, daJNX's study. Make your way down to Dagoth Endus, kill him and his weird S&M troop, and loot daJNX's journal. Now it says we can't read it. It's written in Dwemerese. Good thing Yagrum is a Dwemer. Back to Fatty, give him the documents and he'll fix up Wraithguard. He warns you that it may hurt the first time you put it on. And he's not kidding. The first time you equip it, Wraithguard hits you with a damage health of 200 to 225 points to your base health. That is the number on the right side of the slash. My health is 2025 out of a base 78. I saved. So let's just see what happens. So it hit me with a negative 223 to my base health. But once that 78 was gone, it took the rest from my fortified amount. So now, if I let my fortified health get to 0, I'll die. Good thing I'm a god now. Here's where I was wrong. I spent a good 2 hours searching for a damage strength spell. I have a fortify strength, but here's why you don't want to do that. If I make my strength, let's say, 1,000, my base health would have been much higher. But when you hit Lorkhan's heart with Sunder, it disappears. You completely obliterate it. At least that's what it did for me. So don't get silly with your strength skill until you've beaten the game. Then by all means give yourself a strength of 500, then use hand to hand. Anyways, back to the lecture at hand. Now it's just fundamental. We enter daGNX's citadel by turning his crank. Once inside, just head down. Eventually we get into the cavern. This is our first run-in with the Myrrh, the myth, the legend, daGNX.
daGNX welcomes you, Nerevar, my old friend. But to this place where destiny is made, why have you come unprepared?
Whatever I say to him is irrelevant. Talk with him to your heart's content, then whoop his ass. Of course, he runs like a straight bitch. Head into Akula Khan's chamber, just run past him. You can just run around or levitate down to the heart. Now, once with Sunder, bam! Then switch to Keening, stabby stab stab. It was either 8 hits or 7 and I missed once, because my short blade was level 6 apparently. Now get the fuck out of dodge. Things are gonna go pear-shaped real quick. And with that, the heart of a god is destroyed. Let's head out. Oh, hey Azura.
You no longer bear the burden of prophecy. You have achieved your destiny. You are free.
Obviously, they didn't make an entire cutscene just in case you beat the game by avoiding the entire main quest. They assumed you'd have gotten pretty far, fucked up, and didn't want to go back because you didn't save for a long time. And also, while I don't see why this wouldn't work on PC, with console commands, you can fix it if you mess up. For all that, she gives me the Ring of Azura. Not great. Recalling out, and well, you all saw me beat the game. I guess word just hasn't gotten out yet. So let's end it where we started, on the shores of Seyda-Neen. And that, my friends, is how to turn Morrowind into your own personal bitch. This is how I play. Like I said, this wasn't a strategy guide to help you enjoy the game as much as it was a strategy guide to help you exploit the game to hell and back. But this isn't the end for us here in Vvardenfell. I told you we'd break the game, and next time, when we make our return to Morrowind, we'll do just that. But before we do that, there's other games to enjoy. So we'll get into all of that next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're seeing. Remember, we're the little guy, so help us punch up. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the little bell down there, do our little bell thingies. Share this with other people who you think might like my weird videos. And as always, thank you for watching The John Show. My name is John. This was my show. I appreciate you taking the time. You take care now.